6 years ago, my son Justin asked me to go to the Historical Society to do research for a white paper he was writing regarding his grandfather, Albert Moore. He had discovered the legacy of him creating an urban farm using 200 acres of inner city land and building a cannery. Flanner House also created empowerment programs which included health, housing, and education.
After publishing Path Forward in a trade journal, my brother was inspired to do more. We talked and decided we couldn't do anything in New York City where he lives, but we could do something in Indianapolis. That's how Urban Patch was born.
Our mission is to make inner cities better, and we started at home.
We decided on an incremental approach to neighborhood development and urban design. We have little manpower, money, and time, but we have plenty of contacts, creativity, and talent.
So how do we do it? Well, my husband is an analyst, Johnny is the artist, Jason does marketing, Justin is an urban planner, and I do real estate. So together we create programs and projects to make our inner city better. We get our hands dirty doing it too. Urban decay is a big issue in our neighborhoods. We're conditioned to believe that this must be fixed by big government or big business, and that's the problem.
We use scale to leverage people and collaborations, providing real solutions that reflect the community, not gerrymandered quick fixes that often make things worse.
We decided to think outside the box and open our minds to new ideas and possibilities, using lessons learned from the past to rebuild our community.
So how do we do this? We use what we've got. In honor of my grandfather, we use a past-forward method to scale, engaging the community because we know people want to be part of something great.
And the key is to find a way to get people to cooperate based on their interests and their needs. For instance, Johnny likes urban art. Jason likes doing sales and marketing. Justin likes urban design and fixing gentrification. And for my husband, it was really easy. He likes donuts.
Dad is a sucker for a donut.
So you have to use the right carrot or donut to motivate people.
Finally, we mobilize to complete our projects. Collaboration, labor, transportation, scheduling, all part of mobilization. Now, this part can be tricky, but because we start small, setbacks are rarely catastrophic.
Failure is part of the process. For our apiary project, we started with 1 hive and was successful. But Johnny thought 8 hives would be better.
Don't I look good? I fed those bees, caressed them, cared for them, and the only thing that scaled up was my face. That day, I learned scaling too fast can sting.
And I told him to wear the gear, but he thought he was the bee whisperer.
From the agony of defeat to the thrill of victory, we have plenty of projects in the works. Our Redbud project replenishes the urban tree canopy, providing place and opportunity for festivities and festivals.
Our art projects create community and identity. Our Stone Soup Kitchen, parks, and gardens help address the food access issue, because growing a garden is one of the most gangster things you can do.
In our park garden project, we revamped a neglected lot. Green space was just one piece of the puzzle. We wanted public art in this space to transform it into a destination. We use AC/DC, not the rock group AC/DC. AC/DC is our methodology to assess, conceptualize, design, and complete projects. So how do you create a destination? First, you assess. We have a great location with high visibility. We needed something to complement our space.
Next, we conceptualize. So on this space, we want something big, colorful, and bright. We want to turn heads and start conversations. So once we have conceptualized our ideas, we move to the next step, which is design.
The design must hit its mark and be something we could actually pull off. It's got to be fun and portable, something we can build and install in stages. A few Google searches and many discussions later, we settled on our design. We took inspiration from Klaus Oldenburg. Who better to emulate when it comes to art and scale? We decided to scale up a 6-piece star puzzle. It hit all the points: big, bright, bold, and most important, feasible. Our concept and design allowed us to get everything from the hardware store. Using MacGyver as our guide, we decided on methods and materials and began to build. It was time to complete our project. Space soon became an issue. My garage was not big, tall, or wide enough, so I decided to finish the work in the only space I had available, inside my house.
Johnny was that guy in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, tearing up his house, building this crazy vision. It was crazy.
Everything was fine, Mom. Until it wasn't. My angles were off, pieces didn't fit. I had to cut everything up to properly fit everything back together. Failing fast and correcting faster becomes second nature, even thrilling as you see and feel the work come together. Now we're going to show you a quick video of the installation.
It took a while to move the art, but we lifted each piece of this half-ton toy until we finally got that last piece, which of course was the hardest, into position. And then finally, the installation was complete.
Thank you.
The sculpture, Interdependence, is an example of us using AC/DC to take a dream into reality.
The sculpture enhances the park, making it a neighborhood destination, engaging the community, exposing residents to imagination and inspiration.
You don't have to be rich or powerful to make change. You can be the change and an example to others.
Our family has a history of making the community better. We continue that tradition by bringing the past forward. They had few resources, but they had strong collaborations working together with people, government, organizations, and businesses.
Living in the inner city, we know one thing. We have to take it into our own hands to help make the change that we want. We decided to be an example of what ordinary people with very limited resources can do in and for their community. And that can be anything. We grow food in a food desert. That's empowering. We do affordable housing in the neighborhood. That's essential. And we do environmental art by planting redbud trees. That's enduring. So why do we do all of this? One reason. We do this to ensure a quality future for the next generation. And so our challenge to you is start from where you are and use what you have to make things better. Thank you.
Thank you.